Peace, peace, peace. Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Real little quickie, y'all. Pause. Real little quickie. Studying this. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I bet you guys didn't know this. So check this out. So who is Hughes de Payens? Hughes de Payens. Hugo de Paganus, commonly known in French as Hughes de Payens or Payens, right? It's French, right? 1070 through May 1136. Well, we know the timelines are off. We are about at least 1,000 years. We at least know that. So I don't really pay attention to timelines too much. A lot of them are fraudulent, right? And we know they're fraudulent. All right, so look. Was the co-founder and first Grand Master of the Knights of Templar. Pause. Did y'all know that the Knights Templar? No. That's not the picture. No. That's the fake one. That's the whitewashed one, okay? Whitewashed. Bing, 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 bing. Let me back up a little bit. Just educating the people. You know, I ain't trying to push no buttons, I don't want nobody get mad. I just want y'all to, did y'all know this? I bet y'all didn't. Wait a minute. I bet you didn't. Okay, here's your boy right here. Bing. Here's your boy. Hughes de Payens. Master Templar. Right here. That happens to be a melinated man. See? Look at this. Fake. Fake whitewashed. Fake whitewashed. Fake whitewashed. There's your boy. Hughes de Payens in Orient. In Orient. Orient, no disrespectful. No disrespect. But the Orient, meaning an Oriental. An Oriental, meaning a speaker, a voice. The Orient. See? See? Not what you're thinking. No. The Oriental, the Orientalist. Hughes de Payens by Francis Gillette. Let me tell y'all, man. Honestly, it is so much information. Let me blow this up a little bit. I'm doing this in real time, y'all. I apologize. But it's a lot going on. I got a big family. At the same time, I'm handling my business. Then, handling my business, I also handle my my research as well. Okay? Respectfully, humbly, peacefully. I hope all is well. Let's just look at this real quick. So it says Hughes de Payens, or de Payens in Orient. Now, these Orientals come out of Cibola in the 1500s. Okay? Right before or around the time where America was invaded, like during the 15 and 1600s, this is what was going on, right? This as well, right? They done wrote this in another language. My bad, y'all. This is in real time. This is in real time. As you can see, this is not English. I think it might be Latin. It might be Latin. I'm studying Latin right now. So let me go somewhere we can really, let's check something out while we're doing this real quick. Right? It's just so much on it, man. Like, it's so much. I mean, stuff that I don't even really want to look at. Or that I don't want to bring public. Let's say that. Everything to me, is not for the public. You know what? Let's just keep it at Wikipedia. Just for now, I'm gonna put a presentation together in a minute, guys. Just work with me. First, I was like, should I do this? I don't know. But listen, we gotta know. We gotta know. Like, we gotta know. Hughues de Payens, right? Let's get some. Let's build a foundation on this real quick. I'm having an issue with my screen share and StreamYard. You know, it just will not connect. Every time I try to link into my Wi-Fi, it just will not. It just will not. I can start recording, and then it'll just lose the signal and just go out. It will not let me screen share. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm thinking about getting another computer because I think this one is hacked up so bad from my studies. So a lot of people out there don't want us to know this stuff, okay? Hughues de Paganist, right? Commonly known in French as Hughues de Payens or Payens. It's French, right? I don't believe dates, right? Was the co-founder of the first Grand Master of the Knights Templar. Now, I know y'all probably saying the same thing. He lying. He don't know what he's talking about. Shut up. Okay, all right, well, whatever, man. Look, this is what Wikipedia is giving us, y'all. This is what academia is giving us. And it's public record. Fair use. Okay? Because I know a lot of people want to jump me down when they see this. Right? Because we see him on TV, right? We see him in movies. The Knight Templars are what? Slavics, right? Slavics, right? Nah, man, they not. They weren't. See? The Templars were brothers. Brothers. And I don't judge people by their hair. I don't judge people by I judge people by your heart. Where's your heart at? So that black, white, light skin, dark skin, that's fake. That's just to throw us off. That's just so we can have something, a reason to fuck, or the reason to not like somebody about this petty shit. First Grand Master of the Knights Templar. First. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that the first Grand Master of the Knights Templar was a brother? Did y'all know that? Okay. The order was established, preceded, okay, and let's read all of it. In office, 11/19/1936. Preceded by order established. Succeeded by Robert de Crayon, right? Payens, County of Champlain, right? Kingdom of Jerusalem. Kingdom of Jerusalem. Kingdom of Jerusalem. Oh. Oh, yeah? So the Knights Templar started in Jerusalem? Now let's pause for a minute, y'all. Now, I'm still reading. I'm still studying, right? But I'm going to tell you. From what I know about researching, man, and the stories that they put out here for us, you know, it's always the opposite. It's always the reverse. It's always not what they say it is. It's always something else. So if they say it's dirty, it's usually good. If they say it's good, it's usually dirty. Excuse me. That's what I've noticed. So from what I've read about the Knights Templar, but these were some valor brothers, like they stood up for the people. And the people might not even reciprocate. But that doesn't mean anything, because a real man is still going to be him regardless if the people adhere to it or not. A real solid man is going to be him regardless of what people think or what people have to say. So I'm going to leave that there. You know us, the story that we got from the Knights Templar is not too good. It's supposed to have been a band of Slavics, men that ran amok everywhere. This is the story they're giving us, right? But I'm reading something different. So let's get a quick read real quick. Origin, and I'm reading through the phone, y'all, so work with me. Origin and Life, the Latin text of William of Terry, history of deeds done beyond the sea, dated 1185, calls him Hugo de Paganus, without any geographical reference. William's history was translated. William's history was translated into French in the early 13th century, okay, by an anonymous author who added that Hugh, what's wrong with him? Hugh was from Deleuze, Troyes, near Troyes. What? Hold up. I know where another Troy is. Hold up. Wait a minute. 1912 author. Man, that's blowing my mind. Troy. Okay. Whew. I'm putting something else together in my brain, y'all. My bad. The 12th century author Walter Mapp also noted that Hugh was named Payens from a village of that name in Burgundy. Hugh is therefore assumed to have come from the village of Payens, about 10 kilometers from Troyes and Champagne, eastern France. Pause. This is in real time, guys. Hold up. I'm gonna show y'all something. Okay. I know of another place. It's a Troy. They call it Troy. And some very exquisite people own this area that I'm talking about. It's in Baltimore, right? So let's just say Troy. Let's just say, Troy in it might not be Baltimore. Let's just say Maryland. Troy in Maryland. Now, why did they name this place or this area Troy? I have no idea. I'm just connecting pieces. I hope you give me what I need. Right? And I'm going to say this. All right, man. Okay. Don't fall out your seats now. Because we're digging to find out what's going on. Oh, they don't want to show it. Okay, here it is right here. Here it is right here. Look, check this out. Check this out, y'all. All right, look. Okay. Check this out. And this is called Troy, Dorsey, Maryland. Okay? Troy, also known as Troy Hill Farm, is a historic slave plantation home located at Elkridge, Howard County, Maryland, United States. It is associated with the prominent Dorsey family of Howard County, who also built Dorsey Hall. Okay, now, okay, here it is right here, guys. Okay, this is called Troy. Obviously, you can see it's abandoned now, right? But United States National Register of Historic Places. This is an historic place, nationally registered, and it's called Troy. I'm just saying, we know that they rename stuff, right? But let's do the knowledge, though. Let's do the knowledge. Do the history, right? Let's do the knowledge. Do the knowledge. History. The land of Troy were surveyed by Honorable John Dorsey in 1694. Okay, so this is almost what? 60 years later, and we find another Troy, right? Where he moved in 1669 with 2 slaves. The prop now back then we already know who they were. These were Slavic. These were Slavics, I would say, because back in the 1600s, yeah. Read book White Cargo. And I ain't pointing no fingers and I ain't trying to be disrespectful. I'm just saying, man, read the book, all right? Or read the book, They Were White and They Were Slaves. And you'll understand what I'm talking about, okay? The property stayed in the family, though his great-grandson, Colonel Thomas Dorsey, in 1790. Man, these numbers, numerology is serious. Of the American Revolution, whose estate sold it in 1808. Troy was inherited by Basil Dorsey in 1714. Let me move up some, guys. Followed by Caleb Dorsey, who reduced the land to 1016 acres, dang, which was split into 2 equal parts in 1760 and given to Sarah Dorsey. Given to Sarah Dorsey and Thomas Dorsey. Thomas Dorsey would use the root cellar as a meeting place with Benjamin Warfield of Cherry Grove during the Revolutionary War. All right. Let's go some more. Thomas' widow Elizabeth split Troy several times to pay debts. Vincent Bailey acquired 652 acres, including Troy, for $6,520. A stone house named Troy Hill was built about 1808 on the foundation of a much earlier Dorsey House by Vincent Bailey, and is representative of the late Georgian style in Maryland architecture. So, I don't know, y'all. I'm just saying, because you know how they always rename it something, right? You know what I mean? Because you can find a Martin Luther King Boulevard. You can find it in every state. Every city, you can find Martin Luther King Boulevard. In every city, every state, you can find a Utah street, or these streets be all over the Americas, man. So I don't know, guys. I'm just digging on it and just saying what's up. Okay. All right. So this is this other situation called Troy. See, look, Troy. Right. And then we got the other Troy with there we go. So now we know that these Knights Templar, were brothers, man. This the fake page, y'all. This is a fake picture. This the whitewashed picture of them. Whitewashed, right? That's the brother, man. Look, another whitewashed picture. Boy, they be trying their best, boy. But see, yeah, okay. From France to Jerusalem. What? That's another thing got me bugging out. Man, there's so much of this stuff, man. Recently, it seemed like the vaults just got opened up out of nowhere. Excuse me, I don't know what's going on, but y'all see me just hit something. So, okay, here we go. Let's see what this is real quick. I'm sorry, y'all. This is in real time. I didn't set this up. This is coming raw, so I apologize. It might be a little off. It might be a little weird, but I'm gonna tell you. To me, I think raw research is better than anything for real, because you're gonna run into things that's really gonna, hit home when you start putting pieces of the puzzle together. You're like, okay, well, this is that and that and this is that. Yeah. I been saw that Troy situation in Maryland. Been saw that 10, 15 years ago. But look, Hughues Payens. I don't pay him no mind for real. A little bit. We know why. But Champagne or Burgundy, France, right? 1136, right? Jerusalem. So in Jerusalem is where the Knights Templar came from, where it originated from. So I'm starting to feel like these brothers might not have been as bad as see, one thing I know about history, man. The people that they want everybody to hate usually be the good people. And the people that they want you to love are usually the dirty people. Right? So let's read a little bit of this. William of Tyre, right? The fact, because I'm going to tell you another thing I'm working on too, man, that is very intriguing, right? right? Kivera, Khan, Amari, Sylvanos Totexas, and Solomon Bravo, Kivera, Bro, where you live at, bro? Bro, where you from, bro? Bro, I'm from Kivera. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful Kivera. It just sounds, man. I love different languages, man. I love ancient Latin. I love Algonquin. I love Arabic. And I love our recent tongue, right? Man, I really kind of want to say it's our own, the way we talk. You know how we talk, right? We nobody talks like us. And everybody wants to talk, and everybody tries to copy the way that we talk too. If you ever noticed that. And that's not being, like I said, disrespectful, and I ain't, being, braggadocious or nothing like that. It's just, can we tell the truth sometimes? All right, let's go. The foundation of the Order of Knights Templar in the Internet Medieval Source Book. And here is the link, right? All right. In 1118, certain noblemen of knightly rank, religious men, see? These are good brothers, man. These are good. I don't care what they're, bro. From what I've read, so let me go on some more then. Check this out. I think I just saw a word. Check this out. Promise to live without possessions. What? These brothers went hard like that? Without possessions, under vows of chastity, purity, and obedience. Their foremost leaders were the venerable Hugh of Payens, and Geoffrey of Saint Omer. Man, so these brothers pretty much, let me finish. William of Thierry, the foundation of the Order of Knights Templar, in the Internet Medieval Source Book. That's just wild for these brothers to work like that and don't get nothing. Like, you know what they did? They used to chaperone people. They were like bodyguards. There's more stuff? Man, look at this. Look at this over here. Hugh the Great, Hugh the Drover, Hugh Selwyn, Mulberry, Hugh. Man, there's so much on this brother Hugh. Hold up. Hugh, also called Hughes de Payens, was a French nobleman who fought in the Holy Land during the First Crusade, 1095 to 99. We know the years are off, right? Don't really, as long as you in that, we know it's at least 1,000 years off. The initial stage of what became a 200-year conflict between the Christian West and the Islamic Middle East over control of Jerusalem and Palestine. There's something deep going on, y'all. Because all of a sudden, these records are being publicized. Because I know that this, because I've been looking for answers to this. It seemed like it just got posted. All of a sudden, doing all of this stuff with these, with Venezuela and the wars and everything going on. It's a lot going on, y'all. It's a lot going on. But stay vigilant, stay focused, stay right, stay humble, stay peaceful, you know, move right. That's how we move in golden age. Let's go. Staying on after the fall of Jerusalem to the Crusader forces, Hugh and a small group of other knights or trained soldiers of noble birth founded a protective service that would escort that pilgrims. I knew it. See, they used to bodyguard pilgrims or religious visitors, right, from the port city of Jaffa to Jerusalem, giving quarters in what was formerly the Templar of Solomon, built by the Jews in Jerusalem. This group of knights adopted the name of Knights Templars in 1118. 10 years later, this unofficial group was made a Catholic order of military monks, religious believers, who promised to live a simple life without family and away from society. Oh man, bro, that's too deep for me. That's too deep. By the time of Hughes' death in 1136, the Knights Templar had become one of the strongest fighting forces in the Holy Land. You heard me. So yeah, man, this is an intro. This is an intro. And they got all the stuff on here. Let's see what this is. Hold on. Let's see what this is real quick. So I guess it's the same person. They call this brother Hughes the Great. Is that who that is? Same person? French Duke. Hold up. And who was Hughes the Great? The same person? He was born in 1070. He was born in 1070. Hugh the Great. They're not saying when he was born. They're just saying 956. Hugh the Great. Hugh the Great. I guess D. Or was it date? D. 956. French Duke, son of King Robert I and father of Hugh Capet, excluded from the succession on his father's death by his brother-in-law Raoul. I'm not sure. See, all this stuff is new. Oh, that might not be the same person. I don't know, y'all. I'm digging on in real time, y'all. I don't know. But it's mighty weird that they're calling this brother Hugh. Then I run into something called Hughes the Great. So, I guess my whole point is, did y'all know?
You were sleeping. I was waiting for it to circle back.
You're gonna have to cross the river to get it. Let's look at this real quick.
Don't get your bowstring wet.
Let's see what somebody else talking about.
This morning in the sky, I saw
Let's get a solid perspective, even though
Hugh de Payens, or Hughes de Payens, born around 1070,
fair
died
use,
1136, was a French knight from the Champagne region and one of the founders and the first Grand Master of the Knights Templar. Together with Saint Bernard of Clairvaux, he created the Latin Rule, the code of conduct for the members of the Order of the Temple. Currently, there is no biography of de Payens written during his lifetime, and no authors from the posthumous era referred to such a biography. Therefore, the available information is very limited, and further details about him heavily rely on accounts written by people who wrote about him decades or even centuries after his death. Hughes was likely born in Chateau Payens, about 10 kilometers from Troyes in the Champagne region of France. Hugo de Pedano, Montigny
keep switching the picture
is
up.
mentioned as a
Look,
witness to a donation by Lord
they
Hugh
drew a
of
picture. Look,
Champagne in a record from
they
around
drew a
1085.
picture up, but then they keep making them. But then they keep making them pink. They then drew a picture of him. Oh, stand by as well, guys. I also have a list of the Templars. They don't have pictures for all of them, right? I gotta comb through the list, y'all. Just stand by. This is deep to me.
5 to 90, indicating that this man was at least 16 years old at that time, legally an adult, and thus entitled to be a witness in the making of legal documents, and this man was not born before 1070. His name appears in several agreements until 1113, also in connection with Lord Hugh, indicating that the Payens was most likely part of that nobleman's family and giving rise to speculation that he was actually a member of that noble family. During this period, he also got married to a woman recorded as Elizabeth de Chaps, or called Catherine St. Clair by later writers, and had at least one child named Thibaut, who later became a monk at La Colombe. Some sources indicate that the nobleman participated in the First Crusade in 1096, while others do not mention it. If indeed the nobleman
While
went to
others
war,
do
it is
not
reasonable to
mention
believe
it.
that
See? They're not going to talk about this, man. People are not going to talk about this. Every show you see, these Slavics, they hijack the hell out of this. You hear me? Every show we see, the Templars, they all are Slavics. Man, let's go ahead and push the button on all these damn movies. All of the movies that have the whole cast will be Slavic. It could be a futuristic movie, like what's that one? What's that one? I forgot. Rebel Moon. In that whole movie, they talking about us, man. You hear me? That whole movie, they talking about colonialism. They're talking about the original melinated man being subdued and vanquished, and the only brother that was in the whole movie, he was a king too, but he wound up being like, you know, a drunk behind losing everything, and you know, blah blah blah. So then this so-called chosen one is going around to fight the colonizers. Right. But in this whole movie, if you look, there aren't any melanated people in the whole movie. And if this is a futuristic movie, so you mean to tell me y'all actually think that this world is going to be filled up with all Slavics and there ain't going to be no melanated people here at all? And is that what y'all really think? Or that's what y'all working on it to be like?
Payens accompanied him, and therefore, it is highly likely that Hughes became a member of Godfrey of Bouillon's army during the First Crusade. Lord Hugh made a pilgrimage to the Holy Land in 1104 to 2007 and visited Jerusalem for the second time, between 1114 to 16. It is very likely that the nobleman was accompanied by Hughes, who chose to settle in the Holy Land after the nobleman returned to France, as there is an agreement with the name. Hughues de Payens listed as a witness in Jerusalem in 1120 and again in 1123. In 1125, his name appears again as a witness to a donation, this time accompanied by the title, Magister Militium Templi. Later historians noted that the Payens, along with 8 knights, 2 of whom were brothers and all of them were relatives either by blood or marriage, met with King Baldwin II of Jerusalem to establish the first Knights Templar. The other knights were Godfrey de Saint-Omer, Payen de Montdidier, Arcambaude de Saint-Agnan, André de Montbard, Geoffrey Bison, and 2 men recorded only as Rossal and Gondomer. The identity of the 9th knight remains unknown, although some speculate that it was Lord Hugh of Champagne himself, even though it is documented that the nobleman returned to France in 1116, and documentary evidence shows that he joined the Knights Templar on his 3rd visit to the Holy Land in 1125.
Wait a minute. He joined. They said he was the first. He was the first Grand Master. Now they're saying he joined. It's like, which one is it, man? Which one is it, man?
The Payens led the Order of the Temple for nearly 20 years until his death, helping establish the solid foundation of the order as an important and influential military and financial institution internationally. During his visit to England and Scotland in 1128, he rallied troops and collected funds for his order, and also...
Hey, man, they just said the man was broke, and the man worked to be broke, and he wanted to be broke because that was his calling. But now... Okay, y'all. Never mind.
Also established the first Knights Templar house in London and another one near Edinburgh in Ballantradock.
And then look at the picture now. You see that? You see how the picture turned? Check it out, y'all. Listen, this is being whitewashed right in front of our faces.
Near Edinburgh in Ballantradock.
Hold up. We just saw the original picture.
Established the first Knights Templar
See what he's doing? You see what his hand doing? And then it almost like magic. Look, the little sparkly things on his hand.
Templar house in London and another one near Edinburgh in Ballantradock.
Hold
During his visit to England and Scotland in 1128, he rallied troops and collected funds for his order, and also established the first Knights Templar house in London and another one near Edinburgh in Ballantradock, now known as Temple, Midlothian. Hughues de Payens passed away in Palestine in 1136, often mentioned on May 24th, and his position as Grand Master was succeeded by Robert de Crayon.
Okay. Fair use. Fair use, y'all. Fair use. Peace. Love y'all. Stay strong. Part 2 coming up soon. I'm going to get a little deeper. That was just an intro. Love y'all. Stay strong. Stay smart. Stay vigilant. Stay focused.